Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's also sad in a way. It's kind of a tragic comedy because I really think that for a lot of introverts and HSPs, not for everybody to be clear, because there are some people that like to plug in a company and really function like an intrapreneur as opposed to an entrepreneur. And I myself am not a fan of this idea that we'll just go be a business owner. There's a particular YouTuber I see all the time peddling this idea to people that if you own a business, it's an automatic gateway to freedom. And I'm like, on what planet? I think I've got about 20 years of life experience on this individual. And I'm like, well, based on my life experience and based on my firsthand experience as a business owner, it certainly is not a gateway to freedom. You have more responsibilities in some ways than you ever had before. Think about it. When you are an employee at a company, it's kind of like getting three hots in a cot. You know that you're getting that biweekly paycheck and you have some schedule, some structure, some general idea of what to expect each day when you go to the office. Now, that company can pink slip you, they can change your manager, a whole variety of things that you don't control can happen to you at any point, and it can be just that fast. So that's not freedom either, but it's more like a gilded cage. It gives you the illusion of some control, some stability, even though it is an illusion. It's kind of like how Einstein said something like time is an illusion, but it's really stubborn and persistent. The same thing is true with a corporate job, I think. But I personally don't give every introvert and HSP the advice of, well, just go start your own business. You may want to figure out a way to freelance. You may want to figure out a way to do your own thing so that you're off that corporate hamster wheel. But that is not necessarily going to be starting your own business because then you're still on the corporate hamster wheel. You're just doing it in a different way. You have a different set of obligations and responsibilities than you do when you're an employee, but it's not necessarily the gateway to freedom. And it's also not necessarily the gateway for introverts and HSPs to feel fully self actualized and to feel like, oh my God, I fit in. I'm safe. This is a psychologically and emotionally safe place for me. So I don't necessarily believe that rushing into business ownership or entrepreneurship is an automatic ticket to freedom. I think a lot of us that have had that experience of being an entrepreneur can tell you, oh my God, in some respects, I work longer and harder than I ever did before.